Previously on Masks and Martyrs.
Wisteria, you see 3 people that you ran into yesterday, and Lynn, the half-elf, and cuts her down.
Let's move it, people!
This person utters a word, and none of you have ever heard this word before. A feeling of dread sets in.
What happened?
Who are you?
A friend.
We're trying to get her to Rufus the Just so she doesn't die.
Why don't you wait here for a minute while I go get my captain?
Reagan gets a 24 to swing her longsword at one of them.
Why must you always make a scene?
Well, do you have a better way to get to Rufus the Just's house?
The sewers?
Let's do that.
June, you hear something from further down.
You serve it.
We would all gladly serve it when it arrives.
After about another 10 minutes, you come to what you assume is the exit. What do you do?
Scurry on up, I guess.
You see standing there, not facing you, a halfling. This is a predator.
Hang back a moment.
His quiver of crossbow bolts is currently missing around half of the bolts.
Can I steal the rest?
One by one, you just reach over and pluck them out.
All right.
His eyes widen and he swings his crossbow over and he says, "Oh shit! That's Spider."
Yeah. So she's just gonna stab him.
Wait, no, I take it back. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Classic.
Can I give Sarah advantage on whatever sneaky stuff she's about to do? Because, Reagan's about to go on a very long and very fake explanation of how they are, in fact, gutter exterminators.
Roll for a deception check, I guess? Sounds about right.
Not 20!
We are killing it today.
Where it counts. Gutter extermination.
Yes, the gutter
those
party.
gutters.
I mean, you just come from the sewers. That does actually kind of make sense.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, June?
I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, fuck yes. Okay, let me hold on. I gotta check my notes for exactly what that does.
That's just like a regular spell, just DC 16.
Okay. Oh, he does not save. Nuh-uh. Yeah, I guess roll damage. This is at first level? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I tried to warn him there was weird shit down there.
The weird shit was June, though.
So that's 3d6. That's only 6.
I mean, still, so you all just kind of see this. You're watching him talk to Reagan, and he's a bit
Gutters.
panicky. He's a bit nervous. I don't think any of you even hear June whispering. That's not really how I think the spell works. It's like there's an intent to it. And his eyes blink just once, twice, another third blink. His eyes widen. He just turns and runs.
Yeah.
Just bolting away. Like, just oh, no.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, nice meeting you, man. You didn't take my card.
I would like to whisper really fast. In case you all did not realize, that was Spider. He's trying to kill Lynn.
Huh. He's not gonna have any luck killing Lynn over there.
He sure isn't.
How fast is Spider getting away here?
So, Spider is taking his dash action, so he's moving like 60 feet a turn. But I'll say that technically he is still in visual distance. Like, he hasn't broken into the next row of buildings yet, like crossing the street to get to the other side where there are other alleys.
I was wondering if I could throw a playing card at him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You know what? I'll say you can do that.
Oh, good. Then he'll think the card man's after him.
That's a 16.
Plus 8. So 24.
You all see Brika just kind of like slide her hand into a pocket, pull out a deck of cards, flick one out, and holy shit! Just that throw as it just whistles out this like eerily fast, way too fast for a card which normally catches some wind resistance. It just slashes across the back of his neck.
Bullet card.
So it's gonna hit. Roll your damage, Brika. It's a 1d4 plus 5, I believe, is the damage on that.
Okay. 2 plus.
That's 7.
Okay, so the card flicks out, and you see it slice along, like I said, the back of his neck, and there's just like a spurt of blood. He doesn't go down, but there's very clearly just like a.
Ew.
Reagan laughs.
I mean, and yeah, like that's how you use the cards. Like the cards wasn't lying, and I like the idea that like Brika's like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna hurt him. Ooh. Maybe you just like knock him out a bit. As this halfling is just running, he's making a bit of stir. And you see, sort of clamoring out from a nearby alleyway, 2 figures, other members of this sting. One of them is a large dragonborn. He is white-scaled.
Oh man, it's not my friend.
Your friend that didn't like
No,
you.
no, it is.
We had a mutual
It's
respect.
not Dreadbane. He has a sword and shield, and is sort of just like popping his neck as he looks in the direction Spider ran from. And since you rolled several natural 1s and like a 2 on your stealth, he notices at least the low rollers, and he says to his compatriot, "They're the ones." And the compatriot looks at you, Nimian's face back on them, and says, Yes, I believe we have some business settled still.
Okay.
Reagan rolled an 8, so I'm assuming she counts as a low roller, and she has been seen.
Yeah, and I do need everyone else to roll initiative. In addition to your stealth, it's time for violence.
Yay!
15 for June.
violence!
Okay, June.
That's a 13 for Monty.
All right, Brika and Reagan.
24 and 9.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm assuming the 9 is Reagan and not some weird.
Oh, you know the 9 is.
I have to check. For all we know, something change could have happened.
Maybe she got real fast all of a sudden, but no, no.
Yeah.
I used my nat 20 pretending I was a gutter exterminator.
Yeah. you really did. Yeah. Wow. This could have gone really pear-shaped if Brika Cha weren't about to be the first one out there.
She's greater than all of us.
And Dragon.
That's true.
Okay. So first of all, Brika, you're up.
Okay. So it's a Dragonborn guy and not Nimian, who is apparently impossible to kill, or just made us afraid of that.
I'm pretty sure that spell would have worn off by now.
Yeah. The dreadful aspect wore off at like around a minute after they ran away. That was a while ago though. Y'all had time to short rest. I think it'd be safe to assume that they did the same. So, Brika, as you sort of look out, you do notice around 120 feet down the way, you haven't been here yourself, you have had a description, and that would appear to be your destination, the walled residence of Rufus the Just.
Brika, make a run for it. Someone will get there. Rufus will save us.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Heroes don't go for help. Heroes are the help, damn it.
I am not a hero. I am explicitly not playing a hero.
Okay, Brika is going to draw her dagger and say, in the most intimidating fashion that her tiny kobold frame can muster, "Don't mess with us. We have been through enough today. Get out of the way!"
Mom friend mode, activate!
Yeah, roll intimidation for me. Yeah.
It's a 19!
Oh, this is beautiful.
I can look at this all day! I'm so sorry, Andrew.
Well, okay. So here's what they saw, right? So the Nimian face remembers what y'all did to them last time, and it looks a little hesitant. But then, besides the not Nimian, the Dragonborn kind of cracks his neck and says, "Ah, a fighter. All right." And then he just slams his sword and shield and says, "Tell me, do you even know my name?"
Reagan immediately points at him with her sword. That was mine. Dibs. I have dibs.
At this, the first one, the not Nimian, kind of takes in the situation, thinks for a moment, and then they're going to throw 2 hand axes at Brika Cha, since she used her action to intimidate.
That's fair. Worth a shot.
So the first one is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Second one is a 22. 22 to hit.
Hey!
Yeah.
So you take 12 points of damage as the hand axes, vroom, vroom, they just bury themselves into you. Upper shoulder, your right shoulder and your left hip.
Gross.
Lynn, upon seeing you, her kobold friend, being hurt, she is going to use Healing Word on you, Brika.
Aww.
Lynn has, like, every time that Reagan has become more and more psychotic and unhinged, Brika has always seemed equally the opposite. So, like, you know, if she has to pick a friend of the 2 of them, she's gonna go. I think she's gonna go with Brika of like,
That's fair.
of like, just as Reagan continues her just like careening down the train tracks,
Her slaughter.
and Brika's just like, no, back on the tracks. There for a reason.
Okay.
Anyways, you
Yes, Mom.
you regain 8 hit points.
Ooh, thank you.
And then the Dragonborn is going to run forward, and as he does, he yells, "My name is Dragon!" Because that's who he is as a person.
He's valid.
He is valid. Listen, he is a Dragonborn who clearly wants to just be bigger. And he's kind of hit the upper ceiling on that
God,
for
Reagan
being a
understands.
Dragonborn. So he's like, what's bigger than a Dragonborn? And then he like was looking at it, he was thinking about it, and then he had a realization. If I just say the first part, it's just dragon. And that's really big. It's an aspirational thing.
I like it. He's visualizing. He's putting out those vibrations.
Yeah, so he's gonna he is going to visualize his aspirations of using his cold breath weapon on you. So he draws back his head and expels a breath of frost energy, and I'm gonna need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Man. That's a 9 for June.
Okay.
12 for Brika.
Yay! Modified 21.
25. Take that, Monty.
Yeah.
So,
If we're gonna be the bickering little siblings of this group,
Reagan,
I'm
It
committing
wasn't a
to it.
contest, but okay.
it is now. So Reagan and Monty, you're each gonna take half damage from this, and a total that is 12 for the rest of you, 6 for Monty and Reagan. And then since the ones in the front are Reagan and Brika, he is going to action surge, and he's gonna go at go one at you, Reagan.
Yes!
That is a 20 versus AC.
That hits. Give me that sweet damage.
Then an 18.
That does not.
I'm learning a lot about Reagan today.
Yeah.
Is this a thing with you?
Unwillingly, but Reagan is laying it all on the line. She's like,
She's putting it all
Reagan's
out there,
like,
you know?
listen, yesterday, I feel like we didn't quite really get the measure of each other. Almost like it was our first time being ourselves. So today, I just want to let you in on a little secret. I kill people!
Hey! For fun!
And profit!
And profit.
Hey.
Okay, so the first one, Reagan, you're gonna take 9 points of slashing damage. He hits your shoulder before you catch it with your sword, just like stopping it from getting any deeper into the muscle.
Reagan grins at him and says, "Oh, this is gonna be good, cause this is a good way to die. Take notes, June."
Speaking of June, you're up. You know.
No way is a good way to die, for the record. So Lynn came out of invisibility since she cast Healing Word, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got Dragon and Not Nimian. Does Not Nimian look healed from last time?
Yeah, Not Nimian looks to be back up to, like, basically they've topped themselves off, is what you would think.
Got it. Okay, well, my instinct is to grab Lynn and run for it, but I guess I'll stick around for now. You know what? I'll Dissonant Whispers again at Not Nimian.
Okay, yeah, 16 wisdom, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think they do save. That is an 18, unmodified.
Yeah, okay. They still take... that's more like it. 12 damage total, so 6.
Okay. So anything else on your turn?
That's my action. I think that's about all I can do.
Okay. Next up is Monty.
Monty!
I do just want to make sure to move in front of Lynn, if possible.
Yeah, so just keeping her behind you. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, so who's in front of me?
Dragon, as he so eloquently named himself.
Glorious. Let me clarify, though. Who is in front of me for 100 feet and 5 feet wide?
I'd say Reagan and Dragon.
Yeah, Reagan, Dragon, and Brika.
I have spell sculpt, though, so can I sculpt around Reagan and Brika?
Yeah. You can arc it around them as long as it's within your the limit that you can do, but 2 is within your limit, I think.
Okay, so I'm gonna fire off lightning bolt because I'm done.
Woo!
Fuck yeah, fucking do it, dude. Fucking do it.
Is fucking is not Nimian in the path?
I mean, it's 100 feet.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. You can like angle it, kind of jockey around a bit, change the angle if you were. You kind of take an aim now, figuring out how to sculpt an actual factual bolt of lightning from your finger around Reagan and Brika, like between her legs, hit him, left around Brika, hit the not Nimian corner pocket.
Yep.
So what do they have to?
Pinball wizard.
Yeah. It's all happening. Sorry, that just. Sorry. What do they have to beat?
Andrew
Monty?
just had a moment.
I did.
Oh.
I did.
How about that deck save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the DC?
They have to beat a 16.
So first for Dragon, Dragon saves.
Damn
By
it!
shopping at Walmart.
Oh my
Still have
god,
damage.
Diana.
Yeah. Not Nimian, not save either. It's a little humor, a little joke we have here in the business.
Alright. I have to roll 8d6. I've never cast a spell before. Holy shit. Actually no, I'm gonna use a calculator, not dice. Nobody panic.
Oh, man. I forgot about inspiration. I am a fool.
The fool! Okay, that's 30 damage.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah.
So Dragon takes 15.
And he's just like, what?
Good! More for Reagan!
He kind of just like looks at you and he just goes, all right.
Get fucked!
And then it's Reagan's turn.
Alright! Okay, let's do some attacks. So first is 21 to hit Dragon, my good friend.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, let's do some damage calculating. So that is 5 plus 6, so 11 from number 1. And is he armed?
It was 11 damage, you said? He is armed. He has a weapon in his hand. He used it on you.
Alright, sword and shield. Okay, so I want to use disarming attacks and still have 3 of my 4 superiority dice. So 3 more damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw, DC 15.
Oh yeah, so he does save, and he is going to use his reaction to parry this. So he's going to reduce
Fair
the
enough.
damage by 4 damage.
Okay, cool. Let's do it again. Second verse, same as the... Does an 18 hit?
Actually, no, 18 does not hit. He's wearing split mail plus a shield.
Son of a bitch. Okay, that's cool. It's fine. It's cool. Let's action surge. Okay, that don't hit. And that one doesn't hit either. I think this means that he's my soulmate.
Man, you got a low bar, lady. So,
If I meet a man I can't kill, I have to marry him.
I mean, that is when we need to deal with the problem of men in this world. So, the first one that you swing the sword in an arc sideways, but as he goes to block and parry it out of the way, you drop into a crouch and twist your arm down, and then spring up, digging the sword into his elbow, leaving a gouge there. He kind of catches some of the weight, glances it back, and you then come 1, 2, 3, and this time, he's going to read on you. 1 on the shield, 1 on the sword, and 3rd on the shield. He looks down on you with the blood, and goes, Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, see, look, a shipment! It's a good ship!
So... Brika-cha!
Oh, he's like, so white is ice. Is it Pokemon rules? Does he hate fire? Because she has a fire dagger.
I'm gonna say right now, Dragonborn do not have elemental weaknesses.
Damn it! Pokemon taught me nothing.
Yeah, that'd be some weak sauce.
Okay, so Brika-cha has had enough of this shit, and frankly, you know what? Andrew, you were so eager about your table of 10,000 actions that...
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw a card, I guess.
Alright, so, first of all, heaven or hell?
Hell.
Okay, yeah, sure. So roll a d10 4 times and 1 for each digit.
10, 5, 7, and one more. 10.
I got really excited because I forgot you weren't rolling damage for a second, so I was like, oh wow, that's a lot of damage! No.
570. Alright, so you draw a card, and there is an image of fire on it. And with this, you cannot be burned by magical fire for 3 hours.
Yay.
What the fuck is this? I was expecting a boom.
Poor Brika. I'm gonna say, roll sleight of hand check for me real quick.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Okay, so for the sake of this, I'm gonna say that you can do that as your cunning action, just to draw a card, because you're really fast with a natural 20. You still have your action for this turn, especially since like last turn you were like intimidating, and that didn't really work. And I don't want to be like, man, Brika, you just went like because at this rate, I don't want to just be like, no, Brika, you don't get to do anything. You don't even go here.
I'll go home. Fine.
Back to the desert. I get something I not wanted.
Fine. You don't want me here. Whatever. It's okay.
No, we want Brika here.
Okay. So can I take the card that is now useless to me and throw it as a dagger?
I mean, it could be useful in some situations, but yeah, you could do it.
Not right now.
Not right now, no, it's not very useful. But so yeah, go for it. Who are you throwing it at?
Not Nimian.
Okay. Yeah. So make your attack.
17 plus
7 plus 1? That's a 25.
25.
Yeah. So 25 hits. That's gonna hit. Hits pretty much everything in the game. So roll your d4 plus 5.
1 plus 5, so
6.
Okay. So you kind of just go. Shit, where's the bomb? And then throw it out. And at this point, it buries itself in Not Nimian, just right in their collarbone, and they look at you furiously. And then it's their turn. They're gonna run forward, unsheathing their greatsword, and say, "You have been in my way too much, kobold." And the first attack. Whew, you are the wind. They bring it towards you in a big two-handed sweep. You don't dodge, you don't duck, you just sway backwards, keeping it within an inch of your face, moving with it rather than against it. And then, with their extra attack, fuck me, Jesus.
No one can touch Brika-cha!
Apparently not, no. So they pull back for their second attack, and this time you just flick out 2 cards, getting it between them, put your other card underneath it, like essentially sandwiching the sword within 2 of them, like the blade of the sword, the flats of it within 2 cards, twisting it, and then just whoosh, the sword clatters away from them. Because y'all, they got 2 natural ones. And
Man.
Brika tried to warn you!
yeah, they just kind of look down at their weapon. Look at you, Brika. They just look so fucking baffled. They literally don't know what has just happened, because that like I don't know how that just happened. Like what the rolls were or how I described it.
You know what I'm gonna say, right?
No, but I do want to know.
Next time, you listen to Brika!
They take that in. Their eyes widen. They kind of like twist their hands in the air a bit and glow a little as they cast Shield of Faith on themselves. There's kind of just like a sound. Because Brika, what the fuck?
I didn't do anything!
Look, 100-foot long, 5-foot wide bolt of lightning didn't scare them, but don't worry, we've got Brika Cha.
She's 4 feet and 80 pounds of whoop ass.
Brika motherfucking Cha here, alright? Like, Jesus. Yeah, yeah, okay, so it's Lynn's turn. Lynn, she's gonna firebolt not Nimian.
Good on ya.
Because Lynn, Lynn still can't miss, it seems.
Nice.
So, damage. That fell. Okay. Alright. And then, Dragon is gonna look over at Not Nimian and say, "Why'd you drop your sword?"
You idiot, that's not what you do with swords. Rookie mistake.
And then the first one misses.
Oh, wait, he's attacking me, right?
Yeah.
And he missed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna riposte.
I just want to throw in a side note that ever since he announced his name was Dragon, I've had the John Cena theme stuck in my head, just like...
Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, 22 will hit. 22 will hit.
Oh. Alright, let's roll some damage. That is 11 plus 6 is 17.
Whew. Yeah, the second one, so... The second one against you, that is gonna hit, though.
I can live with that.
And he's gonna use Disarming Strike against you, so saving throw for him is an 18, so make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay, and nope. Nope, that's a 10.
Okay. So he swings his first strike, misses. You sort of just glance it off your shield, come in and drag it along his chest. He kind of stumbles back for a second, then raises his sword up, brings it down, gouging into your bicep, cuts to the bone, and your arm goes momentarily limp as you drop your sword. And you're gonna take... Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you're gonna take 22 points of damage from the last attack.
Yikes.
22. Got it. Nice. Planning our wedding.
Not what you do with swords, though.
Yeah, I mean...
Fuck!
That is...
You got me!
Reagan, how can you...
Shit.
How can you ever hope to romance this dragonborn?
How can you
Right,
show
I'm
your
such- I was
face
such a
until
fool.
Dropping your
again?
sword all over the place.
Alright, somebody please kill Reagan. It's over for her.
Well, I mean...
All her dreams have been dashed.
He may. But yeah, I mean, he may. He's on his next turn. Who's to say? Because he just rolled max damage. He may do it again. I think that'd be everything of you. And yeah, he's just gonna, after like just gouging into your arm, he's just gonna look at you and just grin.
Oh, Reagan grins right back. She's having a blast. This is her soulmate after all.
She grins, but like kind of nervous because she dropped her sword. Just like
it's totally fine.
So June, you're up now.
Yeah. Is Not Nimian within 30 feet?
Yeah, within 10 feet of you actually.
Oh, great. I'm gonna stab Not Nimian.
Hey.
So that is 25 to hit.
Yeah, no, 25 hits Tiamat, so that's gonna hit. Yeah.
Sweet. 6 damage, not a whole lot.
Do you want to do the thing?
Which thing?
Your stabby bard thing. The Psychic Blades from the College of Whispers, right?
Oh, yes! I forgot about that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, last time you fucking one-shot somebody with it, so it seems like a pretty good thing to do. I would think.
Yeah, I was looking at this like, that's not a lot of damage. I feel like I did more damage last time. So, yes,
Like,
and
wait,
we
all
use
I
one use.
all I can do is stab people for like 6 damage? This class
Yeah, wait,
sucks.
what?
What the heck?
I think I rolled a shitty character.
Terrible
guys.
character.
Reroll!
So, yeah, we'll use one use of Bardic Inspiration for 3d6 psychic damage, because I'm in your head. And extra 12 damage.
Okay, so that was a total of 18?
Yes.
June.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you're pretty sure that you know what this person is. You dart forward and stab into them, and your blade twists right past their efforts to try and ward it off with their hands and their gauntlets. As you sort of sway through it, right, in burying your dagger into their throat, blood begins to bubble up. You see the face twist and flicker and twist and flicker as if they're trying to maintain it. Their hands begin to glow as they try and reach up to heal themselves, but they can't. As life leaves their eyes, not Nimian's face shifts from that of the half-elf of yesterday, and you see someone that you probably knew. They go by Visage now, but there was a time when they were younger that they looked up to you. Before. They look at you, and there's a moment of realization. Oh. It's you. It's you. And then they die.
Heavy.
And I'm gonna capture that shadow.
Yeah, once more the shadow drifts in, sliding into the dagger. Fuck.
Yep.
Anything else you want to do?
Let's see. I'm gonna point at Monty and say, do something that good again.
So that's inspiration, mechanically?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yes, ma'am.
I want that to, like, I wish June would just point at someone and, like, tell them what to do without inspiration.
Yeah.
Just do that
Suck
again.
less next time. Inspiration.
That's basically whenever June inspires someone, it's just like, do better.
Straighten up!
Yeah.
Like,
Get your act
that's
together.
It? That's it, Monty?
Okay. So I want to save my other level 3 for later, just in case. So
That is not
I mean,
what June
what
told you to do.
I mean, we're at, like, Rufus's house. I don't think there is later. I'm pretty sure we're pretty close to the end of this particular one-shot. We have been playing this session for about 3 hours.
Okay. I'll cast Flaming Spear, so you need to make a dex save.
For Dragon. Okay, yeah. He saves, actually. Yeah, natural 16.
I hate him so much.
I'm thinking of Spring Wedding.
I mean, well, the nice thing is that spring, it's warm in spring, and fire is warm, and he still takes half of that, so, like...
Hey!
Hey, that's 9.
Okay, yeah, so he takes 4 damage, and you can still move the spear into him as a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Is it like he has to save again and it's new damage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's okay, so that was a 7. So I throw it at him once and he mostly dodges, then I just swing it back around and hit him from the back.
Like a yo-yo!
Hell yeah!
Made of death.
So he gets out of the way as it scorches some of his scales, and the first time kind of looks back at you, and he just has, "Come on, is that the best you can?" And then it slams into his back and just knocks you out. Boom! And then it's Reagan's turn.
Hey, okay, so real quick, we're gonna take our bonus action. We're gonna use Second Wind because Reagan is dying.
Just so
I'm
much
just gonna-
blood on the ground. Just
so much blood. So
doing it.
just super cash.
Dying,
like,
but no
hey,
matter.
don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, Dragon. I'll get right back to you. Okay, so we're up 11 points. That is helpful. All right. So our sword is on the ground. You said.
Yes, it is.
She does have 2 hand axes. Would it be an action to draw one of those? Like, do I have to do that instead of attacking, or can I pull it out and then attack?
I'm gonna say you can pull it out and swing it in one motion, because otherwise, it's just like what are we even doing here? Like,
all right, I'll take it.
I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you have to draw your weapon as an action. Oh, like what? That's not fun. That's
We
not
must
anything.
telegraph our moves like gentlemen on the battlefield.
Well, it's just like there's no point to get into, like, at least for the game that we're running, like we're like it's not like none of us, I think, here are interested in making sure that your bootlaces are tied up, and if you don't say they are, I punish you.
And if you ever make me have to keep track of what's in my pack and how heavy it is, by the way, Andrew, I'll kill you in real life.
I mean, well, and here's the thing. Here's the
So-
thing. If anybody ever wants to play in that campaign, it starts. We're doing it Monday nights every other week. It's mostly going to be about trying to survive in the wilderness, and it's going to be awful. It's gonna be awful.
I have a hand axe. I'm gonna swing a hand axe. Is there anyone left in here other than Dragon that is hostile?
From what you can see, it is just
me and my destiny. Actually, you know what? Forget the hand axe. She's gonna smack her shield. And I need him to beat a 15.
He does not. No.
Alright, woo!
Buddy,
Alright,
no.
so 3d8 at level 2.
Fuck him
I only
up.
did 4 damage.
Aw.
All right.
I have to keep him alive.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't even need your hand axe. You just clench your fist, punch into the shield, and he gets slammed back, skidding like 10 feet, and he's just standing there, coughing up blood. He looks rough, and he's just like slurring.
All right. I see. Come on. I got you. Take you out.
Brika Cha, you're up now.
Dagger this fool.
Yeah.
That's a 26.
Have you rolled anything lower than an 18 this session? Honestly.
My athletics wasn't that
Oh,
great.
yeah, that one thing. Yeah.
She's not perfect.
One.
So you throwing your flame dagger or like your regular dagger?
Just regular style.
Nice.
So
Regular style.
4,
Just classic.
4, 6.
All right. Yeah, he's still slurring. Just come on. And then just boom, dagger in the chest, and he says, "Fuck." And he falls over dead.
Eloquent.
Man.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Masks Martyrs. Thank you so much for your patience as we got this episode taken care of. Moving has been, a thing, and Andrew has also been really busy with work, so we ended up really needing the extra time. So we really appreciate you guys being patient with us as we worked on the episode. But here it is now. Yay! Anyway, this is your producer, Diana, and I have some housekeeping and plugs to take care of, as always. First of all, if you're enjoying the show, we'd love for you to leave us a review wherever you are listening, or subscribe to the podcast, or do both. That would be cool. We appreciate you being here and discovering the world with us, and we hope you're enjoying yourselves. If you want to talk to us about it, you can follow us on Twitter at Masks Martyrs and tweet using the hashtag Masks Martyrs. We also have a Discord server, which I believe is linked on the Twitter. If it's not, message me on that Twitter, and I will get you in, because I'm a VIP. In addition, if you like this show, you will probably be interested in the other podcasts on the Notification Media Network. The most recent edition is the Fruits Cast with Sarah and Katie, Monty and Lynn. I flipped those, not respectively. And it is a review show of the new Fruits Basket anime, its review and recap, and the official favorite podcast of Sarah's cat, Cookie. This week, we are sponsored for our first time by Lambda Chops. Lambda Chops is a North Carolina artist who creates cosplay, art, and music with her children and nerdy family. Her mission is to encourage anyone at any level to practice their art every day. She's just come out with a line of sketchbooks, which are available in blank, lined, bullet, and graph papers on lambdachopshop.com. I'm really excited to get mine in the mail. I love doing different kinds of journaling and doodles and stuff. I go through like a sketchbook a month, so I'm super pumped for that. Probably doing a review for that on my YouTube at some point. If you're on Instagram, you can go say hello to her at Lambda Chops, and she is on DeviantArt at Lambda Chop Shop. A couple quick housekeeping things about the podcast. So the next episode is not going to be the next session. It is going to be kind of a deconstruction, post-mortem type thing for the first 2 arcs before the Nuisance Stranger Comes Knocking. We're going to be doing one of these every 2 plot arcs pretty much for now, where Andrew and I are going to sit down and we are going to go over some things that we wanted to talk about with the plot, character beats that aren't necessarily in the podcast but that were happening behind the scenes, and we will also be answering questions from you, the listeners. So if you have any, please message us on that Twitter that I mentioned. You can also email us at masksandmartyrspodcast@gmail.com. You can also message us on Discord or wherever else you find a way to get in touch with us. We are not hard to find. Our website is in the description. So send us your questions about the podcast, about the characters, about DMing, about general D&D things. We will answer as many of them as we can without spoiling things for you. Last but not least, as always, we have our music credits. The intro music is Threads of Fate by Diana Paparosi. The mid-roll and the previously on is Kevin MacLeod's Dreamlike, and the ending theme is Marry Meet Meg by Hopper and the Books on Tape. This episode also features the track Home by Diana Paparosi. Also, make sure you stick around after that track because there is a little bit of a stinger. I don't want anyone to miss it. Do not turn off the podcast until you hear Marry Meet Meg, and preferably listen to it because it's a bop. Okay, so with that, I will return you guys to the podcast, and thank you all so much for listening, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for stopping by.
Brika just fucking, like, just crushed that. And June with Visage, just like, this whole thing was supposed to go very differently in my head. There was an ambush, and it was, like, AoE abuse, and,
Brika Cha, man.
Yeah, I bet it was supposed to go differently.
Well, it was supposed to be, okay, so it was supposed to be, like, Visage, comes up, double smites first person. And now they're just, like, on the ground and not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said Brika noticed Rufus's house. Did the rest of us notice?
I would say now that things have calmed down a bit, yeah.
Okay, alright. So Reagan very calmly goes and picks up her sword, puts it in its scabbard, walks over to the door, and knocks.
Oh, is Lynn okay?
Yeah, she's alright. She's just kind of looking down at Visage with a sort of a contemplative look on her face. And she just says, I don't like this. I don't.
It's okay.
I don't like being a piece in this game.
Yeah.
You don't have to be one.
I understand. Like, Monty, like, super understands.
I know. I know, it's just... Today is, I thought that I was strong enough now. After... I don't think I am yet.
Well, onward and upward. We can work on it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Let's see what's gonna try and kill us behind the next door.
So, y'all are going to the residence?
Yeah, Reagan went and very calmly knocked on their door.
I guess the rest of us can limp on up there.
So you go knock on the door, and there is an old voice coming from the side which says, Who goes there?
Reagan turns to Brika and asks, "Shit, was there like a password or something?
Were we given a message, or like...
Did we get like any physical proof or anything to give this guy?"
Nope.
Okay.
Alright, sure. It's Reagan.
Who?
You know, Reagan. From work.
I don't know you.
Stop lying!
I'm not lying. I got hired to come here, work.
He doesn't even
Is
know.
Rufus in?
We have someone that needs your help. Open the door, please.
Make a persuasion check.
So, modified 20?
Nice, Reagan.
Hey, she's pretty good at persuading.
So the gate opens. It's not like a huge gate. It's just like a personal residence, walled in with a like decently sized grounds, and you see just like the oldest, most leathery faced, sun-beaten old man you've ever seen. He's wearing what seems to be antique armor that was used back when and since it wasn't an antique. Like, all you see is you all see like he has a bandage around his head that looks like, it just looks like the blood has kind of like soaked through it and dried and scabbed over. Like, maybe he's picked at it a bit and the scab's broken recently. And he's a really bruised face, as if someone was hitting him in the head with a brick last night.
My God.
Are you Rufus?
No. I'm the captain of the guard. And then he puts his spear down.
Okay. Can we speak to Rufus?
Oh. Well,
Please?
he should be here soon. He had to take care of some business, I think.
Cool. Can we wait inside? And Reagan just walks
my
in
God.
without waiting for an answer.
He looks a little baffled, and then goes, "Oh, all right." And he looks at the others and says, "Welcome to the residence of Rufus. Just Rufus."
Wait, back up. Just Rufus, as in he is just and also named Rufus? Or is this some other, like, regular Rufus?
He says he hates that name.
Alright, Rufus the guy it is.
So, you all kind of file in, and you see the grounds. They're very poorly maintained, as is the residence itself. From what Mr. Morris Kipling told you, Rufus has only recently come into possession of this place. And it was empty for a while. There's a small chapel further down, some servants' quarters to your right, and a sloping path that leads down to the bay. You see down there, is what looks to be a half-sunken ship in the shallow water, which is currently, it looks like they're trying to repair it. A small dwarven figure is trying to wrangle it back together with, like, what appears to be a crane, trying to, pull it up so he can repair it. But at this point, you see running up from behind you is Spider.
Son of a bitch!
He looks at you all.
Are we in the house?
Just gonna casually put Lynn behind me.
So you're all in the gateway to the grounds, like to the exterior wall, and currently the gate is ajar. He readies a crossbow, and then a brilliant, thin bolt of sickly-looking green energy just out of nowhere strikes him in the side of the head, and he just collapses, disintegrating into a pile of dust.
Oh my god.
Hey, maybe. You said that guy was gonna be a problem, right?
Apparently I was wrong.
Problem solved!
So you all hear a lot of footsteps, and they are fast approaching you. What do y'all do?
Immediately put Lynn behind me.
Maybe.
Can we get inside and shut the door?
Reagan shuts the door.
That problem is gone. Just can't
Can't see it, not my problem.
and the guard says, "Hey, that's my job to do."
Sorry, I just, I thought it'd help.
He's
Yep.
really good at being a guard captain.
Besides, if you close the door, you really ought to bar it. And then he lowers a bar over the door.
See? Now we did teamwork!
As the bar slots down, you hear a pounding on the outside of the door, and you hear someone say, "Open the door in the name of the Archduke Erwin von Tepler."
Shit. Maybe, do you have any of those invisibility spells left?
Aren't we trying to return Miss Von Tepler to her family?
Yeah, but we don't know if that's really the Von Teplers.
I do have an invisible lift.
The pounding on the door intensifies, and the voice says, "Open in the name of the gods and the Archduke, open!" And the voice says, "Can let so? They know who I am. If they've done nothing to Lynn, they have nothing to fear."
Does Reagan know that voice?
Oh yeah. June, you know that voice too.
Is it time to put Reagan in the broom closet?
Yeah, Reagan turns to the rest of the people gathered and says, "When this door opens, I cannot be here. Is there like a side room or like somewhere I can literally just go stash her?"
Yeah, you're outside on the grounds, and so you could feasibly like dash to the servants' quarters and duck in there.
Okay, alright. So she's gonna turn to you guys and very seriously, "Do not let him near me." And she runs off. She goes and ducks into the servants' quarters.
Can do. Will do, in fact.
Got it.
So Reagan bolts off.
Yeah, because if she sees him, I have no idea what she's gonna try to do.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that.
Yeah, I was about to cast suggestion on you to leave, so thanks.
Hey, save the small slot.
I mean, she took a job. She has reason to complete it. She's trying to keep it professional till the end of the contract. And she's not crazy about the idea of killing parents in front of their kid.
It's almost like she has experience with that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, that didn't stop her last time. So, like...
I mean, she's not crazy about it, but she will, and if she sees them, kinda all bets are off, so that's why she's leaving.
At this point, y'all hear a second voice, which says, "Lynn, Lynn, if they have done anything to you, if you're okay, say something. Please, just say something. And you all recognize that this is the voice of Elaine von Tepler. And you assume that that was her magic which turned Spider into a pile of dusty leavings.
Yeah, from the servants' quarters, you guys just hear angry teapot.
So, what do the three of you that are still there do?
Ask Lynn, does that sound like your parents? I mean, I think it does, but I've only met one of them, I think.
Do you want to return to your parents?
If I don't, everyone in this city outside of you four, it feels like, is trying to kill me. Other than my family. So I think for now, that's the best, honestly. I mean, I'm not excited about it, but there's not many other options for me right now.
Lynn, do you want me to stay with you? I'll stay with you.
No, because she's there. She's at my house, Monty.
Okay, but do you want me to stay with you? I can deal with it.
I mean, yes, but that's beside the point.
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself again.
No. She takes her hands and says, "No, listen. I know you can't keep doing that all day. I know you can't. And I don't want anything bad to happen to you, Monty, especially not because of me. I'll be okay, all right? I guarantee you, after what happened yesterday, no one is getting in there."
I can do it over and over again for 3 hours, and then I can hide. And honestly, I care more for you than I'm scared of her.
You see her eyes well up a bit, and she says, "And I care for you too much to let you go and get dragged off somewhere. Okay? Because I know my parents. I love my parents, but you would be a bargaining chip. And they would find out, Monty. You know they would." And at this point, the voice of Erwin von Tepler says, "If the door is not open in the next 20 seconds, we will open it and everyone in here will be cold."
Hopefully you won't kill all of us, because Lynn's back here too. Monty just yells that over the gate.
Monty, I'm going to open this door now. If you don't wish to be seen, I suggest you make like Reagan.
I think I'm going to take my chances.
Suit yourself. I would like to unbar the door and open it.
Okay, so you open the door. You see standing there are the Von Teplers, who know you as Wisteria, and Brika and Monty. You recognize Elaine from yesterday. A half-elven woman, brown curls down her back, and sitting next to her is a tall, imposing, dark-haired man. Salt and pepper hair, cut short, beard around his jawline. At his waist is a long sword, and from how he stands, Brika, you have no illusions that he knows very well how to use it. However, you see them both, this look of fire and fury etched into their face. And then they see Lynn, and it breaks. Elaine immediately rushes over to her, taking her in her arms, crying and whispering, it's okay, you're going to be fine, we're here. And Erwin, he doesn't show it to people behind him. His stance doesn't change, but relief breaks over his face. He looks over at you three, and then over at the old guard captain and says, "Thank you. I understand you were, some of you at least, involved in some indiscretions on my estate yesterday. However, in light of events, seeing as you have protected Lynn, I am willing to overlook that."
Thank you, but my question is, with all due respect, sir, we've had a very bad run of it recently, and anybody can disguise themselves as whatever they want. Could I please have some proof that you are who you say you are before you take my friend away?
halfway through that, he just pulls out his signet ring.
Okay. All right, then. Good enough.
I would ask, I assume it was one of you who took an important scroll from our vaults. At that, Elaine kind of gives him a look of like, really? Right now? And he says, it is vital to my family's survival in these trying times. As I'm certain you all have noticed, we have plenty of enemies in this city. It would be remiss of me to not protect my family's future.
Listen, I will tell you the honest truth. Brika, I'm hoping you're okay with this.
Yeah.
Okay. The honest truth is that we were blackmailed / hired into stealing it, but we don't have it. We failed in what we were trying to do. We ended up getting sidetracked trying to rescue Lynn because things were going very badly pretty quickly. So we ran. We didn't succeed in what we were being forced to do at your estate.
So none of you have the scroll. And he looks at each of you individually.
Monty's being as honest as he can, so he doesn't know anything else.
He looks at Brika, like waiting to hear your answer on the scroll.
I don't have anything.
He looks over at you, June.
I do not have the scroll.
Very well. Since it is only the three of you, and not those black-cloaked bastards who were trying to kill my wife, I'm willing to allow this matter to rest. What you do from here is your own business. I will be returning with my family. Thank you, again.
What's gonna happen to Lynn?
What do you mean?
Are you gonna lock her up in some tower and keep her there?
No, but Lynn will have to have protection now wherever she goes. Now that we've seen that she is a target, nothing is sacred to these people. But I will ensure that she is protected from everything. Is this acceptable to you?
Lynn, I'm sorry.
She kind of looks at you for a minute. Just kind of stares. Opens her mouth to say something. And then just kisses you full on the lips.
Reagan, you're missing this shit.
Reagan is in the closet having a nervous breakdown, okay?
And the Archduke just stares at that for a second. Opens his mouth to say something, and then Elaine just shoots him a look and says, Montague, if you ever want to come visit Lynn, you're more than welcome to. Our doors are open to you.
He looks almost as starstruck by that as by the kiss. Like, no one's ever welcomed him anywhere. He was kept in one place and he wasn't supposed to leave, so thank you.
At this point, Erwin turns to his platoon of guards, and these aren't like normal guards. These are knights in full plate armor, ready to go. There are 10 on horse, 30 dudes in full plate armor, and they're not like from the city guard. They are House von Templer's personal retinue. And he gestures for them to form up and move out, and he turns back and says, I do appreciate this. I want you to know that. I can't offer you much, not right now, but you have done me a service. And one to my family, more importantly. So thank you for that. And he turns and walks away. Elaine kind of takes Lynn's hand, leans down and whispers something into her ear, and Lynn just turns red. And then she starts guiding Lynn away. Elaine shoots you a look, Monty, kind of like an, all right.
What does that mean?
You know, just kind of, you get the impression it's kind of like, I see you.
I got my eye on you.
At this point, you hear from behind you the patter of what sounds like if someone took 2 pork chops and was slapping them on the ground. and you see just an emaciated, gray-skinned man running forward and tightening a bathrobe. You've never seen a man looking this thin, this close to death, still moving. He has this kind of weird smell as he approaches, and he says, was someone at the door?
Would you say he smells like pork chops?
No, he just sounds like pork chops.
Sounds like pork chops, smells like who knows what. Just what a guy.
Yes.
Probably like a sink drain.
He says, well, oh, wait, I haven't met you, have I?
No.
We'll just be on our way.
Can Reagan, hear/perceive that the coast is clear?
I'd say so, yeah. They make a lot of noise with the retinue. They're gone, though, at this point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they have horses and shit. So, cool. Reagan comes out of her hidey hole, but she's not saying anything, and she doesn't look good.
He says,
Well, guests, come in. What are you? Who are you exactly?
Your hospitality is greatly appreciated, but unfortunately, we must be on our way now.
We must be on our way. I was going to...
Well, I must be on my way.
Are you Rufus?
no, that'd be me. A small group of people have just turned the corner and are approaching the gate. They're the people from last night who walked into the Archduke's estate, who opened the gate to handle business. One of them, who just spoke, is a half-elf man, shoulder-length, blonde hair drawn back, and he just goes, oh my... Why are there... I swear to God, every time I leave, there's more people here. There's always more people. I don't understand it. I don't... Mortis, what is happening?
Right about that. It's not just them. We also have had 4 troublemakers who decided to try and kill me last night. They did quite a lot of damage, actually. Malice here was brutalized. But I think they found they bit off a bit more than they could chew.
Don't say it like that. Why do you have to say it like that?
Okay, alright, time to go. Let's go.
Wait. Hold on. Who are you? Why are you in my... Wait a minute.
Okay. Who the fuck is Rufus then?
Me. I'm Rufus. Me. With Rufus, there are 4 other figures, actually. One of them is a Kenku with a pair of nunchaku. He's wearing what looks to be like a white robe, and he has a bunch of little knickknacks and curios, little shiny trinkets that he's wrapped around his neck and his wrists. And then there is a human with just fucking dope ass boots, a slick cape, a rapier at her side, sort of darker skinned, really curly shortcut hair, and she has tied to her belt what looks to be a journal in a holster, and you can just make out the title, which is "Shit I've Killed by Me." There's also a half of a woman who's carrying this odd collection of just horrific looking magical items. The one who recognized Lynn yesterday, before she went in after the rest of them. And behind them, the last figure is Nimian Flatfoot.
Reagan walks right up to Nimian Flatfoot.
He looks really bad.
Great. She pushes him.
He goes, what was that for?
Does he smell like booze? I'm trying to figure out if this is the real Nimian.
So he always smells like booze, but he does not seem to be drunk. As you look closer, you can see that he is just kind of like Loki. His hands are just trembling.
All right. Reagan turns to Rufus. So I hear you like justice. That's all she knows about him.
I mean, okay, just so I'm clear, I ran into the Archduke on the way over here. So, wait, so you're the ones who saved his daughter?
Yeah.
That's us.
All right. Yeah. You know what? It's him, isn't it? It's that fucking guy. It's that fucking... You know, ever since I took this fucking job for him, everything in my life's been terrible. You know that? Everything.
I'm sorry. Wait, who?
Fucking Morris Kipling.
Ah! Him!
Oh yeah, he owes me a favor. You know where I can find him?
I don't know where to find anybody in this fucking city. They find me. They just come to me. They always do.
Oh, cool. Then I'll wait here. And Reagan goes inside and sits down on like his couch or whatever.
Yeah, we're just like standing in the yard, aren't we?
Her house now.
Yeah.
All right, Malice Mortis. I guess get some rooms ready for anyone who needs a fucking room, because apparently I'm just a boarding house for insane people.
Fantastic!
I'll pay you.
I don't need... I don't need the money. They just gave this to me. Do you have any idea how... And you just kind of get the impression that this guy's been dealing with just so much shit on his plate for, like, weeks or maybe months now. Like, it's just been a lot. And he says, look, you can stay here as long as you want. I literally have no idea what is happening half the time. And you probably won't see a lot of me, because everyone wants something from me. All the time. And I don't know why. They just do. And by the way, there's a terrible, monstrous cult in the sub-basement level, sort of the caverns.
Oh yeah, I think we ran into that. I think. Like monster in the sewers.
Fascinating. Well, let's talk about that. It was quite delicious. It was interesting.
I like this guy.
Has June fucked off?
I was kind of thinking if everyone was distracted, she would just slip away during all of this.
Wait, no, we need your ring. Come back.
Not if I can help it.
Yeah, no,
Get fucked.
roll a stealth check for me.
Sure thing. 19.
Okay. You kind of creep off. You're around, like, about to break into the alley when you hear a voice from behind that says, "So, what's your deal?" And it's the human woman with the rapier and the book the book titled "Shit I've Killed by Me."
Oh, the illustrious and well-known author of Shit I've Killed by Me?
Yes, this is me, actually. But no, June, you recognize her actually. She's one of those 3 fucking idiots who ended up fighting a goddamn vampire and stopping the necromancer while you actually did your job.
Yeah.
And she doesn't quite recognize you, but she says, I know the kinds of people who skedaddle whenever these conversations happen. Not really a joiner, I get the impression.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I'm good at putting things places. I'm good at that.
Like my fist into people's faces.
So, what's your deal? You just heading out?
That was the plan.
Here's the thing, though. One thing I've been learning, and she pulls out a knife and starts picking under her nails a bit. One thing I'm learning recently is, everyone's kind of put themselves together, you know? Like, everything's kind of being twisted up. I don't know why, and I can't quite keep track of everything, but I get the impression that I've met you before. And I don't know why, but I've got a feeling, and my feelings are generally pretty spot on.
Oh, well, we have met. I'm not surprised you don't really remember, but I would never forget you.
No shit. It's you.
Mm-hmm.
The kindly man come out to play in broad daylight.
Well, not for long, if I can help it.
Why this then? I mean, those 3, yeah, no offense to them, but they kind of look like the kind of people who would end up in this fucking place. They have the whole, I have no idea what's going on here. But you, why you? You're like a professional, you know?
Mm-hmm. The thing about professionals, though, they don't talk.
Here's the thing. And she gives you a cocksure grin. All I do is talk.
I've noticed.
So, last I checked, I didn't really know where you stood is the thing. Trying to be better about that. Trying to figure out who's lying to who, if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you fall?
Let's just say I have a soft spot for children.
Can't fault that. Tell you what, you do, all your spooky shit. Don't matter to me none. But, last time, you used us to get yours, I can respect that. You're a professional, doing your job. I respect that. But, next time, if you're trying to, if you are going against us, well, you'll want to be careful. Because I know you now. And you know me. And, a little while ago, I killed a fucking vampire, so,
It was a good day.
Message received.
She kind of gives you another grin, and she says, "Come on, smile a bit. See if it's a good kid. Not like last time." She turns and walks away.
I'm out.
By this point, the rest of you have gone into Rufus's residence through the dining hall, which is like only half of the long table has been dusted.
I feel that in my soul.
And you all kind of find yourselves, here. Over the next couple hours, you're introduced to different characters. There's Kalo, the Kenku monk, who's completely awful at this strange instrument that he has. There's Tali 12 Cursed, a pleasant half-elf who takes these cursed items onto herself so others won't have to deal with them. There's Delia Quickstep, you just met, the author of Shit I've Killed by Me. Mortis Gimgul, the emaciated quote-unquote human wizard? Question mark?
Quote-unquote pork chop wizard.
True. There's Laszlo Slavity, the dwarven bureaucrat who was working on the boat that you saw down there. And you meet others, and Rufus trying to deal with them. Apparently, these people who had attacked them were trespassers in his estate the night before, and sooner rather than later, without really understanding how you got there, he's inviting them to live there as well. Because he's not very good at this, security thing. And you three, and Nimian, you find yourselves, for the first time in a while, you find yourselves a sort of home. It's not what any of you are used to. It's certainly not what you expected, but here, you get the impression that for some reason, this place needs people. And the threads of fate are beginning to intertwine, and something is beginning to move here. Here in Hintilla, the jewel of the world. The crumbling run surrounded the residence of Rufus the Just, which was a fitting name both for the district and the modest estate it housed within. The rest of the party would learn this later over the days and weeks that would follow. Nimian already knew it, though, while the others moved through, speaking to the colorful characters who found themselves drawn to the residence. Nimian did what he had always done. He slipped away. He had learned that over the years. He had learned that with men like him, men who had done what he had done, there was a certain peculiarity to them, as if the better people of the world, as if they knew somehow what he carried, and they knew to look away.
and there were so many better people than Nimian Flatfoot. He found his way to a small, unoccupied bedroom, one which was more dust and moth-eaten sheets and cloths than anything else, but it would do. Sinking into the bed, he pulled from his pack the bottle that Reagan had given him from the Von Tepler estate. It was an old vintage, one whose intricacies would be lost on a palate like his, but he had never cared for the taste. Opening the bottle with a silent prayer to his goddess, Nimian Flatfoot saw what he always did. He saw his hands, shaking same as they had that night. But as he took that drink, what Nimian may not even have realized is that finally, at long last, he was exactly where he needed to be.